the same. Now it's here. Or should I say, I am.
And as this room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit the like, share this content, let that friend or that neighbor know where to go when it's time. Tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk. And Young. The man. All Nation. Come on. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Yup. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. Ain't no party like a Law Nation party. Let's go. Let's get it. Be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit the like, share this content.
What more do you want from me?
My dog said, baby, 5, 4, 3. Let the haters do me one good favor. I see you in the chat. Lean forward just a little bit. Come on. Let's get it. Come on. Let's get it. Let's get it, baby. Come on. All right. Come on. All right. The name is Law Nation. First and foremost, man, let's turn it back up a little bit more. Let's give a shout out to my guy, Michael Gallup, man. I just think that, he's one of the phenomenal guys that can high point the ball. He will be missed, by the way. He's a real good guy, by the way. I just think that Gallup is one of those dudes that in the pinch, when you needed him on some crazy down, he comes out with the ball, or he comes up with the ball. But at the same time, in the weirdest moments, he will just do something crazy and not give you everything that you want. But I just want to give people a chance to put MG13 in the chat, man. Put MG13 in the chat, man. And I know somebody right now saying,
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
4'9" Cat Williams, man. That 52, man. That ain't bad, though, Jay Versick. Yes, indeed. 4'9", at the age of 52. Salute to Cat Williams, too, man. And in honor of Cat Williams, too, What, Cat? Where you at, Cat?
Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources that we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't. Wow.
Yes, man, that's Cigarillo, Cat Williams. That's drinking, fifth of Hennessy and out there clubbing Cat Williams with the perm, with the hair to the back, or all natural Cat Williams, hair to the back. So, and he still runs a 4'9". He's faster than Jason Witten. Come on, man. And Jason Witten like 43, 44, But salute to Cat Williams. And thanks to MG13. My thing is with MG, and let me know, put a 1 in the chat if my audio is straight. Put a 1 in the chat if my audio is straight. One of the things that I'm going to say is that the Cowboys, we looking for a running back in this free agency. I know that they are. Now, they did poke the ideal of Saquon Barkley, but the price not going to be right. They do understand the price tag for even Derrick Henry. That price not going to be right. They're not willing to spend. They're not. And $2.2 million is what we have according to over the cap, and they be off about 2 or 3 days. But it's $2.2 million. I get it. We're gonna have to stretch out some other contracts. We're gonna have to. Hopefully, there been a trade situation with the Carolina Panthers for Michael Gallup, but we just saw Jerry Jeudy get traded for 6th round pick and some peanuts and stuff like that. Why that couldn't be us, man? Why we can't win on no deal like that, man? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Why we can't get a Jerry Jeudy for a 6th round? Come on, man. I'm getting too old for this. Why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why they do me this way? So, but neither here nor there. We will lose out on Amari Cooper for a 5th round draft pick. But the reason why we lost out on Amari Cooper, some people say it's because of the shot thing. He didn't want to bend and say, hey, I'm going to adhere to the family of the Joneses, and I'm going to take the needle or what have you. Now I'm going to stand on my 10 toes and trust my own judgment with this. And some people said that, Amari Cooper was an injury prone. Amari Cooper was a terrible teammate, from the outside, the people from within, the beat writers. But I haven't heard not one player speak out against Amari Cooper, right? If anything, Amari Cooper put my guy Michael Parsons on with Tony Mack, and they've been boxing and working things out with his hands and everything. And Amari Cooper been working things out with CeeDee Lamb on his releases off the LOSs and everything like that. But neither here nor there. The reason why Amari Cooper is gone collectively is because they paid $60 million to Michael Gallup. $60 million. And if they cut Michael Gallup, it will have to be a June 1, post June 1 cut, and you get money on the back end of this free agency. But you can also look at it, we need money, and it will be anywhere between $7 to $9 million. That is a piece that you can add to your team to help your team out, right? So the Cowboys are looking to either release Gallup or let him test the waters, and news been circulating that the Panthers are considering. Now, at this point, I don't know the Panthers. I haven't done my homework on what draft picks they do have available. But if I'm a betting man, someone's in the Panthers GM room is saying, hey, the kid from Denver, he went for like a 5th or a 6th, something like that. So you looking at a pick for Gallup, it'll be a steal if we can get a 4th round draft pick for him, right? It'll be a dog steal for a 3rd or a 2nd round draft pick. And it'll be a miracle, man, for those type of things. Or even a 5th round draft pick for him at this point. So I think that we reverse hustled this thing. We hustle backwards. Because here's the thing with trading. And here's the thing is also understanding. First and foremost, if you already announced that you're going to release said player and gave intentions for the fact that you no longer want the player on your team in that particular light, then other teams that's smart and wise will say, hey, they're going to release him anyway. We don't want responsibility. Because if you trade, then there can be responsibilities attached to the very much so thing that you trade, contractually speaking. But if you cut said player or release said player, waive said player, those responsibilities no longer exist to the new party. So some teams going to sit on their hands and say, well, shoot, he's a veteran wide receiver that had an up and down career. He could be this guy right here. He could be that guy for their team, right? But they are saying to themselves, look, we would rather just pick him up off the street. Now, the problem is there's a pecking order and all of this stuff, a bidding war that can go on when you release a player, cut a player. And that's why the trade situation could be a very possibility thing, right? It could be that, Panthers say, hey, I don't want to go to fights and wars with someone. But let's be real, man. Where Riggs at? Who's going to be fighting over this? Come on, man. Who's going to be fighting over damaged goods? I have my hand on the tomato soup first. So that's the problem that we are seeing right now, So 9 times out of 10, the Panthers going to say, we would give you a 7th round draft pick. Hey, what's good? Come on, Cowboys. Or a 6, that would be the highest. Or there could be a player on that particular team that we can swap players with, right? On the Panthers. Since they got a brand new coach over there, do they? Somebody help me out. Right. For Royale says OBJ is on his way to Arlington. Yeah. Well,
All I ask.
There's Gallup. There's Gallup and OBJ, but they the same person, same number and everything. He's a tier higher than a Gallup right now. He's not going to be, world-renowned OBJ here in Cowboy land that will be an impactful player for us. It's like, and somebody can argue that they're going to give you this, the same doggone type of results. And one person can say at least Michael Gallup maybe be a hair higher, depending on what type of system he goes to. So it's like you're not really doing anything. Kissing sisters, as they say, you're not doing anything. But and then OBJ, he gonna want that bag, But let me play my guy one more time.
Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources that we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't. Wow.
Yeah. I had, oh my goodness, I forgot to put this out there. I forgot to. But while I'm doing that, hold on. Pay attention to Gallup or how he high points some stuff while I look for this email. Ooh. And on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, we gonna get to the meat and potatoes of this conversation. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, but we need more than $2.2 million. That's what we have, man, in the pot, and that's not enough. That's not enough money. That's not enough money to buy a hamburger and some French fries. That's like what my guy KT said the other day. That's the janitorial supplies and equipments and stuff like that. There's not enough money, ladies and gentlemen. I know we might think that, the Cowboys are in this thing. We got 3 more days, actually 2.5, and we got to figure out a way. And I'm telling y'all, we must figure out a possibility or a way to bring in some type of suitable situation for us. If not, then we're going to be spinning around in circles. We're going to be figuring things out too late, and then we're going to look back at this problem and say, man, why this team moving so slow? Why this team is never on the front end of it? Why we don't show the capabilities of the sense of urgency here, right? And here's another thing of it, ladies and gentlemen. There's the the unforeseeable thing. And that unforeseeable thing is this right here. Let me zoom in just a little bit. That's why I had to go pull from my from my email here. Someone sent me this, and they said, "Law, did you realize that Gallup, he's gone. Wilson, he's gone. Hey, we would love to have Wilson back, right? And Noah Brown, he's gone. Amari Cooper, he's gone. And if we fool around, ladies and gentlemen, have some breaking news that they can do some type of thing of a contract and make haste for their particular wide receiver." Let me play my breaking news. It will be good for us in so many money ways. But we got on in 2 days, man. We only got 2 days. Because now we at $2.2 million. And if we fool around and figure out a way to finesse some things to get my guy Lamb extended with his contract, that will free up a lot of money. We got 2 days, man. If we could figure out a way to finesse this thing with Trayvon Diggs' contract. It sounds good now. It's 2024. Trayvon Diggs' contract goes all the way into 2029, almost into the new decade of 2020 or 2020. Was it 2030? Yeah. Jeez. Right? We should have about 3 Super Bowls by then, right? But we got to figure out a way. And one of the things that I wish that the Jones family will be able to do is that this trading situation that we talking about with Gallup, that should have happened 2-3 years ago. That should have happened matter of fact, not 2-3. We had 2 years ago. It should have been like, hey man, we got this dynamic wide receiver. Hey, he's nice. He can high point the ball, and we should have been able to move on from him 2-3 years ago. But we traded the wrong piece, man. That's just what happened. We traded Amari Cooper with the hopes that Amari Cooper can one day be on the level of. Oh, no. With the hopes of Michael Gallup one day could be on the level of Amari Cooper. That's what it was. That was the hope, priorities. I almost say Amari Cooper can be on the level of Michael Gallup. Yeah, that would have been crazy. But neither here nor there. Gallup market is low now. Yeah, Paul. And that is the time we started talking about trading. Yeah, shoot. Some people have long markets, man. Some people have open market for a long time, and some people still look good enough that you would sit back and say, all right, cool. Hey, he ain't missing much on that particular aspect of it, right? Yeah. Law, do you have any true stories to what's that chick? She used to date Orlando Scandrick, right? And now she's dating another dude that's 21, 22 years of age. She stayed on the market long enough to double dip and dip back in. One can argue she's winning, Shoot, that dude finna sign a $250 million contract. I remember when people were saying, hey, she wouldn't be dating that dude, Orlando Scandrick, if he didn't make that I think Orlando Scandrick signed a $25 million contract. But shoot, she was on the market long enough for that brother to play in the National Football League, to go through his ups and downs, and then all of a sudden he gets cut or what have you. I said, damn, she ain't gonna be dating him much longer. When he got cut, I said, man, watch, she gonna move on from him. Nah, man, that's real love. Yeah, all right, cool. Then 2 months later, breaking news. Orlando girlfriend broke up with him. and on top of that, but icing on the top of the cake, we missed 2 games because of her. She gave him some Molly or something, allegedly, and he missed 2 games. So it is what it is. That's the market. That's how it works, man. You got to move fast, man. She moved on real quickly. She started dating a baseball player. You capitalize off of it. But Cowboys wait too long, man. Shoot. Yeah. Yo, Lord, that was the Cowboys' worst free agent pickup. Yeah, it was, man. I forgot that girl name. I think Drea or something like that. Yeah, Drea. Drea's her name. Yeah. She got a boyfriend that's 18 years old. But not to be too real with y'all, but it is what it is. But let's look at this list right here because we got to put our priorities together. And this is a list from The Athletic. They did a great job of the top 10 free agent targets. And they got a big boy up there, man. Anytime you got your hands on your hips and the belly proceeds to go forward, we need some of that, man. We need some bellies out here, man. Our interior right now, we got a guy that got a six-pack, and then we got a guy who probably have a six-pack too, Mozzie and Osa. And our movement right now, as far as the acquisition this offseason, is Carl Davis, who's pretty much long in the tooth at this point. And we hope that we can bring back at least Jonathan Hankins. But the top 10 free agents right here, brought to you by The Athletic. They wrote a beautiful piece. They put down Bobby Wagner, and it says he would have been a great fit last season. And that's how we move, man. Let me just say, to put the camera back on me right quick so y'all can see my face when I say this. You know, who running? Who running? Nobody running. Nobody running. I want to say this right quick. Sometimes, Cowboy Nation, we move good, but we move slow. We need to have the Drea approach, man. Shoot, Orlando gone, move on to the next guy. You know what I'm saying? Real quick. I'm just picking on her, you know. But y'all get with what I'm saying. You got to be able to move. You know, you got to be able to seek and conquer and continue to move. Because the world don't care about your feelings. This world going to continue to spin regardless of what happened. And there will be those who have, and there will be those who have not. There will be people that say, hey, the reason why they didn't get a chance to win because of X, Y, and Z things. The pandemic happened. The whole thing happened, and there was still some team to lift up a Lombardi trophy at the end of the year. The world continued to spin. We can go back and forth and talk about Dak Prescott, hey, his money and X, Y, and Z things, and a third of the people didn't get their analogy the other day. And then people were saying, Law, the guy with the car, you see, he was going to really combat against you, but you took some of his arguments away by surprise. But that's life. And I got thousands of people in the comments on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, because I posted everywhere. Everybody got the 2-minute video. And on YouTube said, well, Law, what happened if the car consistently breaks down on you, right? And they fail to realize that regardless of it, even if that car consistently breaks down on you, you are able to get to point A to point B. That's from your house to your job. It's a whole lot different than walking or riding a bike 20 miles opposed to driving a car. And on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, what they fail to contextualize too is that you still got to make the payment. There's nobody on this planet that will say, all right, cool, I'm going to make the payment of this car note and still go use my bike instead. No, not for no 20 miles. No. You still got to make the payment. That's the whole thing with Dak Prescott. You still got to make the payment whether he's on this team or not. And so that's the deal. So with Dak Prescott, the whole contract thing is that now you are at that spot that you can either extend him, get more and more money. You can't release him because if you release him, you still got to make the payment, or you can just wait it out. I think that the Cowboys are planning, if they don't get something done in these next few days, they are planning to wait it out. They already showed their hand in saying, hey, you know, we are in the middle spot with Dak Prescott. It's already given. If not, then he would have already got paid way before Jalen Hurts got paid, way before Justin Herbert hit the market, because they would have got in front of it and would have saved them about $10 to $15 million on the books. But, you know, it is what it is. Let's go back to this list right here. So Bobby Wagner is a year late, you know, but he's still a better prospect than what we may see right now on this team. I think that right now Bobby Wagner is light years ahead of Marquise Bell. I think that Bobby Wagner is light years ahead of Damone Clark. I think that, you know, Bobby Wagner, from a linebacker aspect of it, is better than what we will see from Michael Parsons. Why did I say that? Well, Michael Parsons is not bought in on being a linebacker. He's an edge rusher that's going to give you some linebackers tick. But in actuality, he's a linebacker playing on the edge. God has built this man to play linebacker. Look at his size. Look at his height. Look at his frame. But the Cowboys said, hey, for these last 2 years of his career, we're going to give you more and more edge responsibilities, even on that frame. You see what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. When you introduce a principle and a philosophy to a player, and they bend and they shape themselves into that, that is what you're going to get. Right? That's just what you're going to get. That's just what it is. All right, so, oh, my gosh, you know, hey, you guys get off of Jerry Jeudy, you know. He was in a terrible system. All right, so the next person on this list is Eric Kendricks. As far as this top 10 list, I'm going to say this with Eric Kendricks. I think that he is a guy that you can look back at and say to yourself, okay, all right. Is he a linebacker? Yes. Do he know the system and philosophy and the principles of what Mike Solari is going to want to exhibit? Yeah. Let me hear Mike Solari one time.
Get your up there, contain the damn ball. This is why we do it. Hey, too many missed tackles. Let's go. We're too damn soft. I just hate mistakes. I hate mistakes.
Yes, indeed. So when you think of it, you know, when you see it, he already knows the voice of Mike Zim. He knows what we trying to accomplish here, and it won't be a hard transition for him. And if he can be a bridge to one of these guys that either we draft or one of these guys that's already on this team, like a Damone, like a Overshown, or whatever they're going to do with Marquise Bell, then this would be a great situation. And he said this will be a likely affordable move for the option at this position for Kendricks. He could sign a 2-year deal, $13.25 million contract with the Los Angeles last March. He was released, the 32-year-old, in 15 games last season, started 14. He finished with 117 tackles, which was second on the team. He had 3.5 sacks. The biggest reason he is mentioned here is because he was drafted by Minnesota's Vikings, Mike Zim. So I would say this, Kendricks, we talked about this before, he'll be a good pickup for us. Josie Jewell, he's another guy that will be a perfect fit for this particular team. And I like the way he flies out to the ball. He is a guy that the Cowboys should also entertain because he's a true linebacker. I'm looking for true linebackers. I'm looking for someone to look back at this and say to themselves, all right, cool, let me go get the linebacker that can got the mindset that that's all I want to do is help this team out in the middle of the field, hook the flat, slow until you know, see A gap, bust through A gap, B gap, I'm busting through B gap. That's just what it is. All right, Christian. We just talked about the guys, man, that's a true defensive tackles. For right now, the veteran defensive tackle on this team is Carl Davis. Let me say this again. The veteran defensive tackle is Carl Davis. We like big boys down inside. That's Zimmer's scheme. And the only way we can get to the level that we supposed to be at is getting the absolute actual guys. The thing is, the people that we draft, come draft time, they never played 17 weeks in the National Football League. They never played up against the vicious schedule of the NFL. And we can have expectations and hopes that these guys will be able to transfer their skill sets and their knowledge and their wisdom of the game at a younger age onto this particular team. But at the end of the day, the draft is a crap shot. You know, we don't know, man. We don't know. Some of your greatest and your most prolific guys that you could think about watching tape on from college can turn out to be a bust, right? If you think I'm lying, you know, what did Mac Jones go to? Hey, where Mac Jones went to, man? Was he a first-round draft pick, y'all? Can somebody help me out? Riggs! Mac Jones, who? Yes, indeed. Somebody like, hey, man, let's go get Mac Jones, man. He going to be better than Dak Prescott. You know, where Mac Jones going to? Oh, he going to the Jaguars. There's somebody right now saying that, hey, man, you know, he's still better than Dak, man. He's still better than any quarterback in the NFC East, blah, 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 you know. Rex, but you just never know, man. Some people's like, man, man, I knew who Mike Jones was. It's just these people that terrible at drafting. Shout out to my guy, Vacha Lombardi. You know, people are just terrible at drafting. That we knew who Mike Jones was. Man, come on, man. We had eyes. We had ears and a nose and see. We had teeth. We can see everything. We had senses out here. It didn't take a wise guy to see that. But you know one thing the Jaguars are not doing is they saying, oh, man, Trevor Lawrence, man, ooh, he in trouble over there. Trevor Lawrence better watch out. They finna cut Trevor Lawrence from Mac who? They finna cut Trevor Lawrence. No, I'm biased a little bit, but, you know, I like Lawrence. You put him over here in silver and blue. Let's see what he do. Do y'all want Trevor Lawrence here? So let me know in the chat, man. Let me know in the chat y'all want T-Law. T-Law over here as a quarterback. Come on, man. Let me know what y'all want. What y'all want, you know. All right, so the next guy is DJ Reader. I think that, you know, he'll be a great pickup. Oh, my God. He'll be a great pickup for us. He is another guy, plus 300. Put plus 300 in the crew. Put a plus sign 300 in the chat. What are we looking for? We're looking for plus 300s. And he'll be one of those guys that you can put in there to help this team. I think that with DJ, yeah, there you go, Randy. Appreciate you, man. There you go, JV boy. Appreciate you. David, thank you, man. I am the last ape. We need plus 300 guys, bro. And he's going to be another guy that we can take a look at. But we need money, though. Leo said, stop Long Lawrence, man. This ain't Madden. Shout out to Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, the laws. I'm biased, though, with that. Yeah, Howell says plus 300. Jay Versick, yeah. Yeah, we need that plus 300 because right now, you know, Mozzie, Osa, those are our two interior guys. Yeah, we probably need plus 330, you know. Jonathan, he's another guy, and he's this is what their read-up was on him. This is a fantasy target for the Cowboys because Greenard is coming off of a year which he led the Houston Texans, and I can hear Eastside right now. Eastside somewhere watching. I know Eastside is watching. Come on, man. I know you're watching Eastside. But he's saying that basically.
Come out the closet.
Okay, my bad, Eastside. I had to throw it out at you. He's only 26. He's a young pass rusher, and he's bound for a breakout year, basically. Pro Football Focus graded him above 69 in both pass rushing and run defense. If the Cowboys can't work the cap and go out to one big fish, this could be one right here. And I can say this, though. I haven't really paid no attention to Jonathan. If you guys like his tape or what have you, I'll have to go do some homework on that, just to be 1,000 with y'all. But at the end of the day, let me see what he did, because I haven't really paid no attention to him. And if y'all like him, then I would love him. But at the end of the day, I think that the Cowboys, okay, so he had 13 sacks last season, 8 assists, 1 forced fumble, 48 pressures, 10 hits. Damn, he was on his mission, huh? Was that scheme that why he was able to do all of that? Because I haven't even heard of a Jonathan, man. This name just kind of like popped up out of nowhere, for me, Oh, he's for real? I got to look up some tape on him, man. I can't even, lie to Luke Kane with y'all. I'm not even going to do that. He's a dog. Okay. Yeah. I'm reading y'all comments now, Yeah. Okay. 3rd round draft pick. Is he the kid? Did he go to one of them Florida teams? If my memory serves me correct. Let me know, y'all, in the chat. Let me know. All right. But, y'all already know who my edge guys are. It could be a scheme situation, that my guy came in there, D'Amico Ryans, and did a great job on that defense. Did a great job on that defense. And my brother was telling me before the season kicked off, he said, watch out for the Texans because they pulling some of our veterans from his 49ers, some of their veterans. When I say I'm talking about his. But he was saying that he's pulling some of the veterans. And the first thing they're going to be is a well-disciplined team. And they're going to be a well-coached team. And on defense, there would not be no stopgaps. And all 3 of those things transferred over. So salute to them. Swayze said, Stephen GM cosplaying a GM, nepotism. Kills it all. Yeah, I mean, Swayze ain't lying. Yeah. I mean, yeah. D'Amico's a better coach than the player. Yeah, and I mean, D'Amico was good on both sides, coaching and playing. So yeah, that's pretty good. Yes, he went to Florida. Okay, all right. Sacks don't mean anything if you can't stop the run. It's from Troy C. And yeah, they said that he was able to stop the run pretty good. But although they got his run, I don't go by these grades here. I'm going to have to go look at some tape, y'all. But he had 48 pressures, 10 hits, 24 hurries, 14 sacks. It's really 13, but 14 sacks, 35 stops, 13 and a half basically. But, Pro Football Focus rounds up. 1 forced fumble. And I can maybe just do it this way and compare that to let's compare that to Michael Parsons, and I'm not saying that he's better than Michael Parsons, by the way. Let's compare it, just for kicks, okay? So Michael Parsons had what? They have 16 here. I think they round up their numbers, but he had 103 pressures. Woo! Jeez. See what you're getting out of Parsons? 103 pressures opposed to this kid had 48. First 48. Ooh, that's a god doggone difference. 18 hits, right? And he had 10 hits. That's a crazy good number for a ratio. Meaning that dude you getting these pressures, bro, you're going to have to get home, man. You should have more. But then, that's that holding conversation thing that we're not going to talk about. 69 hurries opposed to 24. Woo! Hurry. 35 stops from him to 33 stops. So, yeah, the number disparity is crazy, man, if we were to really analyze that, on a whole nother level. But I can tell you, okay, pass rush stops, pass rush snaps, I meant to say 513. Run defense snaps, 332. Let's see what he do over here. 405, 219. So still similar numbers there. But I don't know, man, if you guys want to grade it that way, but turn on the tape, trust it more that way. I can just say, just like for those who are saying Hassan Reddick is better than Michael Parsons, two different things, right? You can get the sack numbers by scheme, right? But are you really making an impact? And I'm not saying that Hassan Reddick is trash or anything. The Cowboys, did they say they were interested in Hassan Reddick? We could be liking a lot of people, but do we have the money? That's the other thing, though. Do we have the money? We could be liking a lot of folks, but do we have the money? That's the other end of it. All right, so we got Saquon Barkley is another piece. You see him on the thumbnail here, and I only put him up there, I guess I want to clickbait y'all. That's what I put him up there for. Nah, I'm just playing with y'all. But there is some substance behind this. There was a beat writer who wrote up on some information on Saquon Barkley, and basically he put out the fact that the Cowboys. Let me be exactly with this one, because I don't think that we're going to get Saquon Barkley, by the way. I think that if we're going to get it, we're going to do it backwards. I think we go into the draft. If we don't sign Tony Pollard before the draft, this is what we might do. Because I think Tony Pollard is going to be the guy, because he's already got Stephen Jones on some type of, oh my goodness, type of vibes right now. And by him saying that he would take less money. And I don't think that there's a large market for Tony Pollard right now, because teams don't want to buy into that and then go into the draft, and then they don't want to do it like that with him. They would do it with a Josh Jacobs, but not with a Tony Pollard. But neither here nor there. What I think that the Cowboys going to do is that they're going to go into this draft and draft a running back, and then after the draft circle back to a running back for cheap. Kind of like the what's that guy who we had last year, y'all? Ronald Jones, kind of like something similar to that. We're going to circle back and say, okay, let's go find a veteran running back after the draft. And to be fair, just a little bit, there will be a team to release more and more players after the draft. So we should have more and more money after the draft, too, to dance around with that. But speaking of that, Brandon Laurie says, basically Cowboys ahead of the free agency from the Dan guy from ESPN and Fowler's ESPN guy. Point number one, Cowboys looking to trade Gallup, and it's noted that the Carolina Panthers are a possible suitors, right? And then he goes, because this guy, man, he been doing some good work with the Cowboys, or writing up with the Cowboys and everything, or Cowboys information. He don't work directly for them. Dallas would love to upgrade the run game, run defense, but aren't expected to spend big money in free agency. That's real. That's realism right there. We're not expecting to spend big money, right? The Cowboys could be interested in Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry if the prices drop, but it is unlikely. And that's just what he's going to bring up, too. And then, of course, the mindset of the Joneses, and I'm not beating up them, but I'm trying to. The mindset is, I'm going to buy low. I'm going to buy low. And I won't be surprised if they put out there buy low, sell high, they got a first-round offer for Michael Gallup. We want a first-round draft pick for Michael Gallup. That's one of my kids. Shout out to you, KT. You know, and that's just how it goes, man. We want a second round, third or fourth, you know. We starting right there. You saw what he did in the playoffs. So that's just how that goes, too. But I will say this with Saquon. If the price drops, and I don't know what their threshold on the price dropping, that's where they're going to go at. Appreciate y'all. Let me get down this list. Derrick Henry, we talked about that. You know, he'll be an impact. Everybody is beating on the table for Derrick Henry. And when everybody beats on the table for Derrick Henry, that means the Cowboys will not get him. It got to be their ideal first. It's got to be their ideal. If no one said that they wanted Derrick Henry and no one pointed out that Derrick Henry will be a good fit, then Derrick Henry will be here. That's reverse psychology, man. That's just how it goes, man. The Cowboys don't want anybody beating them to the drum on a good situation. Let me know. Let me know when it ever been that. I remember vividly, man, hey, man, the Honey Badger will be good here, man. They was literally saying that, hey, man, we got Xavier Woods. He's going to be the next Honey Badger. We got J.J. Wilcox. He enforces anything that come across the middle. He's hitting, turning heads, etc. We got Heath. Heath is a damn good safety. To the point that he said that, and they circle around back to the Honey Badger. And the Honey Badger said, hey, with even 2 broke knees, I'm better than any DB that y'all have on y'all team. Oh, he called in on the Bean and Skin radio, right hand to the man. If I had time, I'll pull that clip up. And he said, I'm better than any. He spoke boldly. And that made me even more want the kid. Oh, man, that made me even more wanted him, man. Then he goes off. I think he got him a ring, do he? With the Chiefs or something, you know. I think he was playing for the Texans at the time, and they were ready to move on from him. Yeah. Or he signed with the Texans, something like that around that time. But he said, I'm better than. I said, man, he's speaking boldly, man, about his skill set. But we didn't want him. Because it wasn't their idea. You know, if it was their idea, then they would have scooped him up. Say, look, man, you got a guy with 2 bad knees, man, and we're gonna try to fix him up. Yeah. So we just gotta stop talking about players. That's basically, you know. Oh my gosh, man. Lincoln, you know, LT. He will be a great solution for us on any hole on the offensive line. He's a big plug. You put him in on this particular team, and this will help us out. If the Cowboys have anything to do about shuffling along with the offensive line, you know, go ahead and go get Thomason, man. You know, not LaDainian. I think they probably be related in some shape, form, or fashion. But if you get this dude right here, this can help your offensive line out. Then, of course, the last but not least will be Charles Leno, left tackle. You know, I would say this. With the mindset that we have with offensive linemen, whether it's a Brock Hoffman who's been working out with Zach Martin this offseason, as well as TJ Bass, been working out with Zach Martin. All 3 of those guys been doing some unbelievable study and film work all together. Tyler Smith and my guy who we did the Car Chronicles with yesterday pointed out the fact that with offensive line, it's all about continuity, being on the same page and everything. And if you have one person that's kind of like not in the mix, in the groove of things, it can throw off the continuity. But by these boys working together all off season, now they could by far understand what Mike Solari wants, what Mike Solari need from them, his principles, and then they can coach from there. Keep in mind, around this time last year, Zach Martin wasn't really focused in on football like he is now. No shade at Zach Martin. He was worried about his money. He was sitting there saying, okay, hey, if y'all gonna not give me, y'all not gonna give me. I've been helping y'all out. Look, I'm sitting out, I'm holding out. Hey, give me those Dunkin' Donuts over there. Hey, I'm ready to see how far my belly can go. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, I jump rope here and there. But, man, y'all ain't paying me, man. Come on, man. So that's just what happened. Krispy Kremes versus Dunkin' Donuts right now. I'm trying to fill up the world, you know, in my belly. No offense to my guy, Zach Martin, you know. He wasn't worried about getting in everything tip-top shape. Allegedly. Ain't it right, y'all, J Business? Ain't it right, Toxic? You know. So when they figure it out, they said, okay, all right, shoot, we can't find another guy, man, that can fit that hole like you can at that right guard spot. Let's go ahead and pay Zach Martin so Mama Martin can get new shoes, that new dress when they go out, you know, that new Phantom or that new Rolls Royce over there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened there. But that's just what it is, ladies and gentlemen. And Italian Cowboy, appreciate you, bro. So that's just how it goes. I appreciate all of y'all, man, for tuning in. We had a splendid show today. Let's do this. It's 4:22. It's on a beautiful Sunday. Let's go up to, let's say, 30 minutes of phone calls brought to you by PrizePicks. You can be in the mix too. Salute to PrizePicks. PrizePicks is one of our sponsors here, and we want to give kudos and credence to those who follow laws, PrizePicks, picks, what have you. And PrizePicks, they have unbelievable offers, and on top of that, with PrizePicks, you can do the same. All you have to do is sign up under PrizePicks, use promo code LAW, and they have unbelievable things there for you. Let me pull up PrizePicks for y'all so y'all can see what we do with PrizePicks. And bear with me, we'll open up the phone lines for that, you know. But I appreciate all of you guys so much for all that you do. PrizePicks is one of the presenting sponsors of Law Nation Sports, and they will match up to 100% of your first $100 deposits on your selections here. And if you look through all of the phrase of picks they have promo picks. They have, let me show you the promos right here. You can refer a friend, get up to $25 on that. They got get cash, refer a friend. They got give you a unique code. And on top of that, they can give you, I'm showing y'all all of what I won so far, $15,000 so far. I need to get more. I want to get to like $150,000, man. But neither here nor there. You can do the same by just using PrizePicks if you're in the area, and you can use the PrizePicks promo code LAW. And they have on-the-fly stats analysis. When you look at it like this, it says here Josh Hart. He's averaging three points a game, basically. They got him on 1.5, right? So he's finna play in a few. You can go with more or less. You can go like, I'm just going to play around with this one. We're going with more. And then they even got a scratch off for my guy here from Orlando, Orlando as a forward. And they got 33. I ain't going to play with that one, though. But I'm going to do this. Let's do this on the fly right quick, y'all. Let's do this on the fly right quick. Bear with me. And then we open up the phone line. Let me see if you can find me an outlier here. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see if I can find me one right here. Got him going with more. Okay. He just played the other night. Let me see if I can kick my guy up over here. Ooh, no, I ain't going to play around with that one. But I definitely will play around with this one right here. So we got more or less. Let me see what he did in the last few games. He right there. So we're going to go with more right there. And then we're going to solidify this entry. We'll do 60 on there. Boom. Easy peasy. Let's open up the phone line. That's what I went with 60 with Josh Hart. Kevin Hart, third cousin, twice removed.
Not the one who made the rules, right? Do it, left, do it, right. Do
Come on.
it, left, do it, right.
I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, had me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free
Let
until
go,
the
10
end. Come
toes
outside the
down,
city, I
baby.
don't feel safe in my hands. Took
Shout
so
out
many
to y'all.
years, I'm just waiting for the wins.
Waiting for the wins,
like
baby.
the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up.
All right. The name is Law Nation.
Add it up, bankroll,
Come on.
euro, peso, add it up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's
Nothing
not
but
adding
the
up.
best.
I do roll like a Mack truck, country heart. I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm back up. Keep it real, I do this once a month. I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up.
Darius, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by PrizePicks. You in the mix, man. Salute to you, man. You are live. Talk to me, bro.
Salute to you also, man. I just want to tell you I love and appreciate you for starters, number one. And then number two, from my opinion, what it's looking like to me, and you know, I want you to kind of piggyback and kind of fill me in about what you're hearing. But to me, it sounds like they're doing it all over again. Some of their same tactics, some of their same tricks. It's the same thing, you know, for 3 to 4 years going on now. You know, we won all of these free agents and all of these draft picks, but it seemed like our interest and the Cowboys and Stephen Jones' interest is not matching up with one another. Now we've seen it's a lot of flies dropping. It's a lot of players dropping.
Right.
A lot of players are finna hit free agency. Of course, Chris Jones just got signed. You ain't gonna be able to get him.
Nah, you ain't getting him.
Madubuike, on the other hand, we don't know what's happening with that. The Ravens still ain't signed him yet. That's another one.
No, they did.
Derrick Henry,
No. They just signed him yesterday. The day before yesterday.
Oh, they signed my dog. Dang,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
We can you know, so we put him to the side.
Yeah.
But my dog, I was just talking to my partner the other day, and we were just talking about, hey man, bro, Derrick Henry, he stayed in Dallas. So let me get this straight. He stayed in Dallas. He trained in Dallas. He's verbally said he wants to play for Dallas. Okay, that makes too much sense. If it makes too much sense, it don't sound like we gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So that's just kind of what it sounded to me. Now I know that you've been out in these streets, so I kind of want to know, what are you feeling? What are you hearing? You know what I'm saying? What, like, you got your ear to the streets with the Cowboys. I want to know what's the not the culture, but like what you feeling is about to happen.
They got a philosophy. I talked to my guy KT the other day, man, and I said, man, do you cook ribs, or do you smoke ribs, or do you know how you prepare your food a certain way? And he said, yeah. He started going through ways where he prepare his steak and cook his ribs or what have you. And I said, man, would you ever switch that up? He said, no, that's his philosophy. And I said, the Cowboys do the same thing. They're not willing to change up their ways. So by it being...
Wait a minute, Law. So he said he would switch up his recipe, even though it would be a better recipe? The boy KT?
Right. He wouldn't switch it up because... My bad. No. It wasn't KT.
Damn.
I talked to. It wasn't KT. It was Mark Holmes. I actually called Mark Holmes yesterday. We were just chit-chatting. Yeah. And he was talking about... And I was talking to him about how he prepared his food. And he said he like it a certain way. And if you ever go back and watch Mark Holmes' page on how he prepared his food... He be cooking on there. He throwing it down, and that's his philosophy. He ain't gonna try to change it another way. He ain't gonna put ketchup on it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna go. Right. So that's just how the Jones family look at this. When they literally said that when you are paying premium players too much money, when you can get them for cheap, that's their way of thinking, man. That's their way of thinking in this free agency. And Derrick Henry. I went to like local places around here, and they said, "Hey, Law, man, I just bumped into D. Henry, man, and he he ain't saying it, man, on TV and everything. But man, he don't like the Cowboys. He love them, man. And I even asked him about you, man, and seeing if whether or not you can get him on your show. But at the end of the day, man, he wanted to be here. That's from the streets. The streets talking, right? So.
Come on now.
But
what I say?
But it ain't the Cowboys' idea though. You know, it's everybody else's idea. So by that being everybody else's idea, they gonna have to prove it to me, man.
If it make too much sense, the Cowboys ain't gonna do it, dog. The same thing with Von Miller. I know personally, Von Miller stay in. The boy went to the. I ain't want to get down. I don't want to go back down that road.
Yeah.
I don't even want to go back down the road, man. But like that type of stuff that aggravates me. So that's why I told you I gotta let it go. So I kind of wanted to know from you personally, what are you hearing? What are you feeling? Is it the same thing, or are they doing something else? But my other question to you is, so how Mark Holmes said his recipe is actually good.
Yeah.
Do the Cowboys think that their recipe is good?
Hell yeah.
Do they think that it's good?
Oh man.
But how? If you ain't got a Super Bowl.
They looking at that 12-5, man. They looking at it like, hey, man.
Come on, man.
Listen to them, man. Listen to them. They looking at it like, man, the way we handle business, like, put it like this, since 1995 and 1996, have they lost $1?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They haven't lost $1. They put it like the craziest thing. And I know people they don't want us to say this, but that stretch when they won the Super Bowl, those 3 Super Bowls in the 90s, they made more money since then. You know, you see how I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, they made more money. So when they not winning, so in their philosophy and their ways of thinking that, hey, they're winning. And is that a crazy way to look at this thing? Yeah. And does it counter the whole thing with what I'm saying, that 2 things can be true? Like, I'm going to love this team, but we can't use, like, for example, the cultural thing of somebody tapping on the window and stuff like that. And they say, okay, that's the reason why we lost. No. It could be a collective, but at the end of the day, these players going to have to figure out for themselves if they want to change the culture too. They're going to have to say, hey, man, you're going to have to get a person to think just like Jake Ferguson and say, hey, man, this is how we going to run it. This is how we going to end it. And this is how we going to play it or what have you, you know. And that's just going to have to be within the confines of these players, bro, unfortunately.
Can I say this last thing?
Go ahead.
So, because I know I can already hear MJ in the back of my head. So let me go ahead and say this for MJ and all the people that think like MJ. Listen. So I know we're not going to get a superstar team, but because we're not going to get a superstar team, you have to get the coaching right. And I'm going to end on that.
I feel you with that.
Yes,
here's how it goes, though, Darius. At the start of the season, you can get probably what you want by the end of the year, and Brandon can get what he probably want at the end of the year. If they go into the start of the season, of course, with Dak Prescott on his final year, Zim is on his final year, Mike McCarthy is on his final year. All 3 of those guys on their final year, bro.
Damn.
Yeah.
They not going to sign back?
I mean, at this point, you're going to put up – that would be the – let me say this, man. That would be the most idiotic, silliest, foolish thing that any team can ever do, is to say they gonna go all in and wait for the market to dry all up, and then sign Dak to get all the money. Like what the fudge? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I said fudge, I didn't cuss, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? What the fudge? Like you gonna wait, you know what I'm saying? You gonna wait till after all of that, then sign them? That's the
and you do contracts.
And you do contracts.
I lean on you when it comes to you say that you be like, that's what you do.
Right.
So whenever you get to talking about contracts, I lean on you. I say that boy Law say you need to don't wait till the end of life on the contract.
Right.
Hey, that's what it is. Because my boy Law say he do contracts now.
Now we know.
I'm leaning on you.
You know, Valentine's Day is a made up day for for sales and all that other stuff. And they even go too.
I know the real origin of
yeah,
Valentine's Day.
Real nasty. But that's like equivalent to you buying the box of chocolates and the flowers and the roses on the 15th of February. You know what I'm saying? Say, hey, here you go.
I done did that.
Yeah, you did.
By the way, I done did that.
You get everything discounted. You know what I'm saying? But it's like literally the whole ideal of it is to make sure that you prepare yourself before the 14th, right? To be able to receive those things that you want to help elevate your team. But if you're doing it on the back end, and then guess what? The craziest thing, people fail to realize this. With Dak Prescott here or not, the expectation is still you got to win the Super Bowl. You got to win the Super Bowl.
The NFC Championship.
Man. I know that they'll feel good. They'll feel good. But the expectation will still be Super Bowl or bust, whether Dak is here or not. That's just how it is, man. But I appreciate you for calling in, man.
Yes, indeed.
A good call from my guy Darius, So you guys get with what I'm saying with all of this. Hopefully you guys do. But at the end of the day, that if the Cowboys don't do this now and they let the market drop, they let all of the good players go, the expectation still will be the same, though. I'm like, hey, man, can the Cowboys win multiple playoff games? Can Dak Prescott still win the Super Bowl? That'll still be the expectations, regardless. Y'all wouldn't care. Look, half of y'all don't care now. There was no team in the playoff that was playing safeties as linebackers. I'm not saying that that's the only reason why we lost. Maybe it could be somebody tapping on the windows while these guys trying to do their curls. Maybe it was, the aspect that you got 1,000 cameras wherever you go. But that's just how that's how this league is. Yeah, Chris Davis said they ain't moving on from Dak, but shoot. And the money too rich too. Oh my goodness. Shoot, start that Dak hate train all over again with somebody else. Shh. Yeah. Ricky says, Law, they should have never traded Cooper and try to put the blame on him for Prescott being, a sorry quarterback, and et cetera. I feel you. All right, we got the next caller in. We got from the 254, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by PrizePicks. You in the mix. Talk to me. What's going on? Who we got here?
Jonathan.
John, man, what's good with you, Big John? Talk to me, man. What's on your heart?
I thought you were talking about Michael Gallup.
Yeah.
And I didn't know he was finna get released.
Yeah, they put him pretty much an ultimatum. He's beyond the point of being on his team to take an extreme price point because they got Jalen Tolbert that's is supposed to be in his role, and they looking at it like they can cut him and they get $8 to $9 million, or they can find a tradable suitor to pick him up and get something back in return. So he's at that point of his career.
And also, I was watching you talking about that Prescott. that will be a big change if they cut that Prescott and yeah.
No. They're not in conversations of cutting Dak Prescott, but they are in the loop of conversations of either giving him a new contract, and if things can't come out to about that, then they'll let him play out his final year. And they got some, I guess, parachutes available because they got a $5 million quarterback behind him by the name of Trey Lance, and then they got a $2.5 million other quarterback behind him called by the name of Cooper Rush. I believe right now we are we are paying the most out of any team in the National Football League in the quarterback room.
Yeah. I was looking up that online.
Right.
Before I got on the phone line with
yeah.
with you.
Yeah, they're not gonna cut him though. That'll be crazy to do. They'll be the first team in NFL history to do, you know. But I appreciate you calling in, John. What else you have for the show?
And then, it was very hard to cut him because he got a no trade clause.
Yeah. He got a no trade clause on his contract. Yeah, so I'm not saying that Dak Prescott is giving you cuttable play out there. I know people are angry and upset, but that will be an emotional move and not a logical move. And I appreciate you so much for calling in, John. Let me hear you say it before you go.
Go down Cowboys, DC 445.
Yes, indeed. That's my guy, man, John, man, from the 254. And John gave us some good news that he is about to move to Dallas. So hopefully he can get a chance to go to the game more and more because he's undefeated when we go to the game, too. He's undefeated. So John knows, man. Yeah, appreciate all of y'all love and adulations. I got my guy from the 901. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by PrizePicks. You in the mix. Talk to me.
Law Nation, what's going on, bro?
Hey, man, it's your world, man. Talk to me, bro.
Oh, bro, it's your world. Man, I just want to say that we got a whole bunch of holes to fill on this team, and these moves that the Cowboys are not making are just, man, it's getting me kind of antsy here. I just want to know how hard is it for them to go ahead and restructure a few more guys' contracts like Trayvon Diggs and some of these other cast of characters, because I believe they only did Zach Martin.
Yeah, they did him. They got some accelerators on the contracts like Trayvon Diggs. They can touch that one, move some money around. They can even touch Dak Prescott to a degree. They can put some of that money. They can move some of that money up and save about another $17 million. But that's more like, hey, that note gonna be waiting at the end. Like, what's up? You know, hey, what's up? You know.
I mean,
yeah, you can pretty much do that.
Yeah, I understand. Well, so it's just horrible, and the way that they're going. I mean, you already got to look, and I'm being pessimistic now.
Oh, you good?
It's looking like we're just going to already be 35 or 36 million in the hole next season. And if you want to go ahead and push that on them this season, then that's add another 17 to that, or maybe just 17 million in 2026.
Yeah, I mean.
But sure, I mean, Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah. I mean, some people do that, man. Some people say, "Hey, man, I got a house. I'm gonna refinance," and the people tell them like, "Hey, no, man, the rates right now is at its all-time high. We telling you, man, no, man, just weather the storm. No, I'm gonna refinance.
I want to say this right here, and this is a very true story. I know someone that was paying off their house, came down to the last, I want to say, 6 months, and his wife wanted to remodel the kitchen and refinance the household.
Right.
Ooh,
la la.
He was hyped up.
Yeah, it's
to
happens,
remodel
man.
the kitchen. Yeah. But I the reason I was calling, I want to talk about what Darius was mentioning earlier. Well, what you mentioned to Darius about he may get his wish, and that we get another coach.
Yeah.
But I want to make sure that he does understand that whatever coach that we bring in will still have to deal with the front office who sit up there and said to all of us last year that our opposition has to call us to help improve our team at the trade deadline, knowing that we already have holes in the team. Next time I want to know who did he have in mind that could actually win with a front office like that.
Man,
just name some coach out there that could actually win a Super Bowl with a front office that does stuff like that.
Man, that's arrogance at its all-time high, man. They got to call me. You know what I'm saying? They got to call me.
Yes,
yeah.
That's horrible. So I'm hoping that, because every time I've been positive, something has been a monkey wrench in the plan somewhere, somehow, and some just end up screwed up. So I'm hoping that if I just talk some foolishness or some craziness, that all of a sudden something greater happen, and I'll just be like, yeah, I guess I'll stick on the unsure train for a minute.
Right.
You know, because I'm just doing any kind of superstition that I can think of now. Because it's been a while.
You got to hold tight, man. This is a roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
It's not one of them ones like this. It's an up and down ride, bro.
A lot more hungry. For real, we're a lot more hungrier than the front office is.
Yeah.
I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
For sure. But I sure appreciate you for having me on today, and I appreciate all what you do and all that. But I just want to say, go Cowboys, and everybody. So let's just go ahead, and if our voice matters, maybe we can send some emails or something.
Yes, man.
That was a joke, though.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, JP, man. Good call from the 901. He gave me an ideal, man. We need to reach out to Six Flags and create a ride that says the Jerry train, you know. Cowboys, they go down a Cowboys tunnel, and they have all of the ups and downs, you know. And you go through the Jason Garrett, you know, lane, and then you go up the hill with a Wade Phillips, and then you go down the slope. You got the turnover train, and you had the high hopes, you know. And then you got the Mike McCarthy valleys and, you know, the peaks and stuff, man. I guarantee you that'll be the highest ride out there. Come on, Six Flags, let's split it, man. Reach out to the Jones family and say, hey, in honor of Jerry Jones, we're going to call it the Jones train, you know. And that name can remain, you know, the Jones train, you know. It can fill in for Stephen Jones, Charlotte Jones, Jones Jr., and whatever new Jones is going to run it, you know. And I bet you that'll be the most ride. Everybody I'm going to ride that Jones train, man. Where you at, man? Where you at, Law, man? It'll be the scariest ride of all times, man, you know. How long the ride is, y'all? Hey, man, 28 years, man. And every year, you know, and every so many meters, you go by the years, you know. Man, I guess the Dave Campo part gonna be the scariest part, right? Yeah, that would be nice, man. I can see somebody right now, you know, Etta or Will in there. Ah! we be yelling. Yeah. Brandon cheering, yeah, on the doggone train. That mother gonna go up and down. Or should it be just one drop? It's just one of those things that tick, 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 have you so high and it just drop you. Yeah. And just say, hey, don't nobody let us down like the Joneses, boy. Shoot, man, that'd be the most. Everybody, Eagles fans, be coming down to Dallas just to go ride on the. Let me go on that Jones family train, man. Come on, man. It just takes you all the way up and it drops you. There'll be a good train, boy. There'll be a good ride at Six Flags. I know they can make it happen. Come on, man. What part are you at right now, man? I'm in the T.O. ride right now, man. Yes, indeed. I'm on the Bill Parcells swing of it, man. Boy, we have possibilities there, right? All right, I got from the 903, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by PrizePicks. You in the mix. Talk to me.
Hey, Law, this is Anton. I'm a first-time caller, but a long-time listener.
Hey, man, Anton, appreciate you, bro.
No problem. I got a quick question. Should we go into free agency looking for a center or perhaps a tackle? I know they have some confidence in Brock Hoffman right now, but do you think they should draft one or go into free agency?
I always look at free agency to solidify your needs, and then when you go into the draft, you don't have to be lasered in like I got to go get Powers Jackson or whatever his name may be, or I got to go get the Morgan kid, or I got to go get these guys, right? That we don't know. Like they could be world class, or they could be, Tyler Linderbaum didn't have a good year his first year. He didn't have a good all the years that everybody was talking about with Tyler Linderbaum. He didn't have the greatest of the greatest years his second year, but now he's coming along the way his third year. So it's going to take time. The thing is with the Cowboys, we don't have that. The great thing about Tyler Linderbaum when he went to the Ravens, the greatest thing about that, nobody talks about them, right? Nobody's going to bring up, hey, man, he was drafted in such and such round, So the Cowboys, we got to have that notion to some point of degree. I get it. We drafted Mozzie. We want Mozzie to be world-class like a Dexter Lawrence now. But Dexter Lawrence wasn't Dexter Lawrence's first year, nor second or third. So when you're saying what should we do when we go into this particular draft or free agency, I just think that it will be great for us to pick up a veteran now, and then we can go into this draft and just draft BPA.
Right on. Mm-hmm. I really do believe that we should try to at least explore options for tackle or center. Mm-hmm. So we just need to shore that up and just make sure that we have that, because I don't think we're going to draft both in the draft, tackle or a center. So I think we should at least try to get one in free agency and then draft the other.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
that's all I have for the show.
Man, Anton, right? Appreciate you so much, man.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks.
The conference has been locked.
All right, I got the last three callers. I got 662, and then I had a 614. But 662, you're live, man, from my neck of the woods, man. Talk to me, man.
How you doing, Live Nation, man? I just want to thank you for having me on the show. Like, I've been listening to you for a while. I ain't going to hold you up for a long time. I just want to let you know, man, I appreciate what you're doing, keeping us in tune, man, like, with our team. But I want to ask you a question about the situation what's going on in Dallas. Like, everybody, we blaming Dak, we blaming the offensive coordinator, the play caller, and all this.
Hey, do me a huge favor. Hold down this. I got to answer the door, okay? Got somebody at my front door. Keep going. Keep talking. You Law Nation for right now.
Man, y'all welcome to the show. I just want to ask y'all a question, Like, what y'all think about, like, Mike McCarthy, like, coming in, firing Kelly, taking over the play calling, making big decisions, making big changes within our team, but we getting the same result. Of course, we have a 12-win season. we doing this, we doing that. But in the playoffs, we always lose. And I feel like he made the necessary change. He took the order of the team in effect and said he was going to be the captain of our ship, and we sunk. I just feel like, the front office ain't doing what they supposed to do, man, for us, like us as fans and being dedicated because, man, you had Bill Belichick, you had Jim Harbaugh, you had so many coaches that won championship with great pedigree, and we just let them go. Like, we hold on to trash too long. They're just being real. Mike McCarthy need to be up out of here. What y'all think? What the viewers think? Y'all going crazy to cover. Y'all talking about official takeover. Man, I want to hear what y'all got to say, Like, what's going on? What y'all thought on our team? What direction y'all think we should go in? That's what I'm trying to see. Like, what y'all feel as the fans. Because we the one that's dedicated to put our time in this.
My dog, man, I'm back, bro.
Yeah. I've been holding it down.
Yeah, I know a Mississippi guy. Right. I know a Mississippi guy, man, can always hold it down, bro. So what we were talking about?
I was asking the fans, I was just asking them, like the direction, what direction, like with Mike McCarthy. We fired our offensive coordinator.
Right.
He stepped in, he started making play calls. So therefore, you the captain of the ship. Okay, we done had these 12-win seeds. We get to the first round, we lose, man. We've been doing this for years, and I just feel like it's like the player, whatever. However, man, it comes to the front office. We hold on to trash too long, Jason Garrett too long. They were trash. Pope Ben got rid of him. Right. Tony Romo, Pope Ben got rid of him. Like, with Mike McCarthy, when we lost the way we lost in the first round, they supposed to fire him because the young man asked, like, what coach was willing to come in and coach the Dallas Cowboys. The problem is not the coach, it's Jerry Jones, where if you got a Bill Belichick come in, you got a Jim Harbaugh come in, he going to feel like he's not going to get the glory for winning that championship. If you want championship pedigree, you got to put the championship bloodline, and they ain't doing that, man.
Well, let me say this though. Let me say this though. It would have been a three layer thing because all right, so you fire Mike McCarthy, right? Now you got to find a new coach that's going to be able to fit your overall thought process, and they got to go through all of that. And then that new coach got to deal with your quarterback because that's the main nucleus of any team is the quarterback, right? And that's that's just the highest paid position, mostly on teams is the quarterback, and he's on his 1-year deal. And then the third thing will be is okay. If you fire Mike McCarthy, what else are you going to do with that? You're going to rip what philosophy? Who's you going to bring in? At that time, I think Dan Quinn was he still was on the team, right? So he was still here in the building.
You had Dan Quinn.
Yeah.
You had Bill Belichick. You had Jim Harbaugh in play.
Man, who did you want? Yeah. Who did you want it? You know what I'm saying? From a Jerry Jones philosophy. No, it got to be a person that Jerry Jones would love to fit. So it would be, in my opinion, or Stephen Jones, right? Them the only two guys that really control most of this. Everybody else input is kind of like ancillary. So if they would have went with the dude Dan Quinn, then it would have been still like, okay, he didn't really give us anything, right? And I'm thinking from the outside looking in, I think that Dan Quinn literally thought that this was going to be his next stomping ground as a head coach.
He did.
I think he did.
And like, I just feel like, man, Bill Belichick, man. Belichick would have gave you everything you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted discipline. It's a culture for winning. He know how to win. It's just Jerry Jones and Steve Jones want to go on and release all that authority where he he like to make the decisions of the player. Like the only thing you would have had to bring in with Bill Belichick is a genius offensive coordinator. That's it. Everything else was structured.
Everything else been structured, but then you had to change too much of your ingrown ways, if I can say it that way, bro. But I appreciate you for calling in. I thank you so much for holding it down, man. Got some food ready to be eaten. Shout out to my people over there at DoorDash. Somebody said, "Hey, Law did DoorDash." I'm like, "Damn, man, how they know?" But shout out to my people at DoorDash. I got some nice food that we gonna partake in. And so I'm gonna let my guy from the 614 in next. But man, let me hear you say it before you roll, bro.
Man, Dallas Cowboy Nation, man, Law Nation to the end, man. Y'all be easy, man.
No doubt, bro. Appreciate you, man.
No doubt.
It's a good call from my guy. All right. From the 614, you're live.
What it do, Long?
All good, man. What you got for me, man?
I just seen a meme on Facebook said DoorDash so high it make you take a second look and see what's in the refrigerator.
No doubt, man. Sheesh.
Hey, look here. Them highlights you put of Michael Gallup, man. Look here. Michael Gallup ain't that bad, man. You know. I think if we could bring him back, we need to bring him back. Didn't he come off of ACL? He might be better this year. What you think?
Now that was the thought for this past season, right? And most of the highlights that you're seeing, they are pre-injury, And I'm not saying that he's been injured to a degree that he can't perform back at this level, because I could probably generate some highlights, and this is from my guy Martin Talk Cowboys, by the way, on Twitter, and salute to him. He put this collage together, but I can tell you that with Gallup, he's a very good highlight machine guy. He's going to give you that. He can high point the ball, but most of these highlights are pre-injury, and I can tell you that whatever team he goes to, if he stays focused and concentrate, he'll be a good added asset to that particular team. He will be.
I think so too, because like you say, coaching matter. Scheme matter. All that kind of good stuff matter. Look at the receiver we sent to Houston. What's his name? And he had a nice year. Yeah, and I think Michael Gallup better than Noah Brown. But Noah Brown had a nice season with Texas.
I mean, Noah Brown, he did good. Schultz did really good in a lot of games. A lot of people were looking at, like Noah Brown, for example. I just think, when he was coming out of college, we wasn't calling him Dez Bryant, but we saw some potentials in him. And he ended up getting hurt, and then look at the system that we were running too. The system really never favored him. I always thought put Noah on a drag, man. Put him on a deep crosser. Throw the 50-50 fade ball to him. Don't have him on stop routes, comeback routes, or what have you.
In motion, doing all the in motion. We don't have a good imagination on our offense. Looks like we've been running that offense since Roger Staubach. Quiet as killed.
Yeah.
And another thing, Hunter Lemke. Why we didn't use him? The man fumbled one time. You didn't see him no more. And what kind of stuff is that, man?
Oh my God!
You looking for a power back? You got a power back on your sideline. The man did good all the way to the red zone. He made a mistake. He fumbled. You don't see this man no more.
Yeah, I mean, and you don't give it to him when he dry though. You don't give it to him when he dry. You should have been running that play all year long. You know, when
right. But still, you see the potential. You know, like when you was playing, if you messed up, you want to go back in there and do good.
Right.
You know. But and another thing, one more thing. Trey Lance. Man, that man ain't that bad either now. I looked at some of his highlights and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So what you think?
I mean, he's a highlight machine. You know, he's gonna be able. I've heard and I read some people in the comments in the highlights of those videos. It's kind of like you got a Josh Allen mixed in with a, you know.
Yeah, and that man could run. He mobile. You know, give him a chance.
Yeah,
but we want to trade him, but we want to dog him at the same time. He couldn't beat out this person. He couldn't beat out that person. Now you want to get something for a trade. You can't have it both ways.
Yeah. But you know, people. My thing is with Trey, don't anoint him yet. He still got some mechanics he's gonna have to work on. He's going to have to work on some of his deliveries. He got a strong arm. And I get it, you know, people said in the comments, you got a Josh Allen mixed in with a Lamar Jackson, you know, and I get all of the praises and the highs and the praises of that. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, let's not put him into that category. Let Trey Lance find his footing, let him find his way, and hopefully he can stay healthy. And what you want him to do ultimately is to continue to learn and pick up some of the great tendencies that Dak Prescott exhibits and exudes, right? And see if he can take some of that and put that into his game. And then take some of whatever Cooper Rush does good as well, take some of the processes that he does. And then whatever Mike McCarthy, if he's this quarterback whisperer guy, then let him continue to work with him. And then by the time preseason get around, you know, everybody looking at number 15 as a high commodity, you know. And but I get it. People are frustrated and say, hey, let's do away with Dak right now and let's throw Trey Lance in there. Nah, trust me, he ain't ready yet on that particular level.
No, not even. But he should be ahead of Cooper Rush.
Yeah. I mean, come on, yeah.
And we could have played him when we was blowing these teams out. You know, let him get some action. Let him do a little something. You know, but you know we ain't gonna do that. But we want to trade him at the same time and get a high draft choice for him.
Well, he's not going to be getting anybody high draft choices now.
Well, you know, a 4th round, which, you know, you might.
Right.
You might. Just don't nobody know. He could have played well. You could have got something more, even more, but don't nobody know.
Yeah, I mean,
don't nobody know.
Nobody know because they didn't put him out there, you know.
Don't nobody know.
And that's just how it goes. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in. That's my guy, man.
Okay.
From 614. That's the Noob right there. Yes, indeed. Appreciate everybody, man. Go get me something to eat. Yeah. Let's go. All right, Cowboy Nation, that's the end of the conversation here. Appreciate everybody. I said until 5 o'clock. We waited all the way to 5:10. We 10 minutes over. Appreciate everybody, man. I thank y'all. DC for life. Let's get it. Let's go. Go eat. I like to eat. Apples and banana. Y'all don't got kids, so y'all don't know about that song. Yeah. Here we go. We about, baby. New media, shout out to you. JV boy, peace to you. Italian, the stallion, cowboy, what's good with you? Fred A says Trey Lance is not ready. Davies, what's good with you, my brother? Oak Cliff, shout out to you. Shout out to all of the Oak Cliff people too, man. People from Oak Cliff and Pleasant Grove, they got some boxers out there, man. Salute to the kid, Josh Jenkins. He's going to be fighting on March the 15th. Got a chance to talk to him. Salute to the community. Appreciate you, Pose. J Business. Shout out to those who gave the super chats. Before I eat, I must read some of y'all super chats, man. I forgot all about that. But the time is near, baby. I even told the Jenkins twin, a prize fighter, even when he's down, he continues to swing. Because he knows that there's a puncher's chance in anything. But not just to that, but that's life. There's always winners and losers. There's always someone who's gonna learn from their mistakes. But what we got to do is, when we make a mistake, don't live in it. Continue to move forward. Appreciate you, TC, on the drums with the super chat. Simply the best. Law Nation, appreciate you, TC, on the drums. Alex with a $4.99 for your mind. Even in the lean years, you guys are promoting and helping the nation with your supports, your love and adulations. I really appreciate that. Alex says, I want Will McClay as the GM to make smart moves. Jerry should have. Yeah. Give him the full control, Alex, and I truly believe that that's the situation. There, my friend. But at the end of the day, the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the mighty. It's to he that endures to the end. And the Cowboys must figure this out. The Cowboys must continue to move forward. Shout out to you again, J Business. As my belly touched my back, I got to give you guys one more thing. On this beautiful Sunday, that I can tap into somebody's intellect to add more to. Knowledge is power. Power is energy. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, but just transferred. But if there's one thing a man should always do, is mainly to himself stay true. Never allow someone to change your point of view unless what they mean or bring makes sense to you. Never judge a man by sight alone, nor by the height he has grown. And when speaking, keep it at a moderate tone, because raised voices turns hearts into stone. You see, in the beginning, it was brother, I'll ride with brother, roll with brother, drink Kool-Aid with a brother. Live, love, and respect for another. Then there are those who will try to be smart. They would take the decent man to alter his heart to seek to rip him apart. Those, man, you would never or should never ever call them a friend, because they bend the lies around the truth to meet their end, ladies and gentlemen. I've been saying that for years now. But the appreciations for the nation is always deep-rooted in this conversation. And that's of the love. Sadiq, appreciate you. Lord, my brother, salute to you and your family. May God bless you. in your family. And be gracious, and be gracious to you. I love it. But let me say this one more thing before I go. There's somebody that need to hear this.
What more do you want from me?
If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad, that you don't get tired of it and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan to lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, and scarcity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold or poverty or famish or fame or the sickness of your body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset, with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening, win, lose, or draw, you will get it. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Yeah, we about.
Read it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same.
It's here, should I say? I am.
I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Glory. I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal.
Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Yeah.
Run it, baby.
Kinda check a song. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Run it, baby.
Count that too, count it.
Run it.
Count it. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change to the safe. Got
come on, baby. Shout out to you, Kelvin.
Greens and pinks, it's all the same.
Unlucky.
I still say roll my change. Take some losses when I play. Charge it to the game.
Swayze.
I'm with L, yeah,
Jay
I'm with
Percy.
T-Mac, I'm with Reverend now.
Dika.
I'm with Bay,
what's
yeah,
good?
I'm with Jay,
TC.
yeah, I'm with Chuck and now.
John.
Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides up for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment.
Hey.
You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's not as good as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer.
Call it too legit.
I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run
I got nothing but love.
Don't need no deals, I make the deal. I have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna
shout out to
run
Uncle
it
Charles, baby.
Yeah.
Come on.
Kinda check the song. Lately, I just wanna
lay your head on that pillow at night, you know I gave you everything I had. I gave you everything I had.
Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Come on.
Yeah,
hey.
I just be off the dome. I never own no chrome. Too many foes and clones. Yeah.
Come on.
I be at home alone.
Hey.
I be in zones alone.
One more time for
I be
you.
on road alone.
Mine. Come on. Oh, snap. I thought I was going to go get something to eat. But I got some breaking news out here for y'all. Come on, listen to this. Listen to this breaking news.
We answered, I talked stuff, I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did?
Let's go Birds, fly Eagles, fly. Still Super Bowl champions.
Matisha.
Let's go Birds.
Let's go Birds.
Oh my gosh, man.
Not the one who made the rules.
Come on with it. Come on. We about, baby. In honor of my guy, my brother, man, Michael Gallup. He didn't have to talk bad about me, Michael Gallup. His greatest thing that he said to me was like, Law, when you played in the National Football League, let me know when. Well, I never played, but I watched you play, and you was great, man, here. Yeah.
Take a bite of my burger, babe. Save the last bite for you. For you. Don't let the street lights hit you.
Sooner, GM said, man, I ran across a house to see what that breaking news was. Yeah.
Don't let the street lights hit you.
I be on. Come on, watch these greatest highlights of Michael Gallup. That's playoff game highlight right there. Yeah. Come on, hit it, choir. Yeah. Hey.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Another one.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losing is not like it.
I need Cat Williams on my show. Shay Sharp said he made more money on his podcast with Cat Williams than he ever made in his entire career in one season with either the Denver Broncos or the Ravens. I need some of that guy doggone money, man. Cat Williams. Cat. Come on, the Law Nation show, man. I need some coins, man.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, know I gave you everything I had. I gave you everything.
Then forever doesn't feel that far.
I'm gonna start talking about Shay Sharp every day. I'm gonna try to get some of that algorithm stuff.
Then forever doesn't feel that far.
Let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Until next time, if we offended anyone over here on Law Nation Sports, be sure to charge it to my head, not my heart. Until next time, we out. Peace.
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight. Come out the closet.
Let me get on up out of here, man. Happy Sunday to y'all. Or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever.